The Golden Girls traveled down the road and back again for 7 hilarious, cheesecake-filled seasons on NBC. Along the way, Blanche, Rose, Sophia, and Dorothy helped spin off Empty Nest and The Golden Palace, the post-Golden Girls CBS show that found Sophia, Rose, and Blanche running a fancy hotel with the help of Cheech Marin and Don Cheadle, who can never get away from hotels. Empty Nest ran for 7 seasons on NBC, thanks in no small part to frequent pop-ins from those sassy seniors next door. But before it became part of NBC's classic Saturday night sitcom lineup, Empty Nest started out as a backdoor pilot on The Golden Girls that's as strange as one of Rose's St. Olaf stories.
In fact, it began the annual tradition of the St. Olaf milk diving tournament. I won 3 times in the low-fat division.
As Sophia would say,
picture it.
The Golden Girls Season 2 finale. Golden Girls creator Susan Harris decides to build on the success of her hit show by setting up Empty Nest with a backdoor pilot. That's television's sneaky way of launching a new show within an existing series. Remember that Gossip Girl episode set in the 80s? Yeah, that's a backdoor pilot. But in this case, the backdoor pilot that launched Empty Nest looked nothing like the Emmy-winning show that eventually made it to air. In fact, it's a completely different cast and premise. The episode, fittingly titled Empty Nests, kicks off with the Golden Girls wondering when their repairman, helpfully named Mr. Fix-It, will fix their dishwasher.
I used to love washing dishes. Oh, in Minnesota, the whole family'd get together and wash dishes.
We then meet neighbor Renee, played by Rita Moreno, who saunters in like she's the 5th Golden Girl.
Okay, who wants to go shopping? It's a little early for that, isn't it, Renee?
As Dorothy explains, Renee has been depressed.
Renee, Jenny just left for college. All your kids are gone. This is a perfectly legitimate problem.
It's the empty nest syndrome.
The girls discuss Renee feeling neglected by her workaholic doctor husband.
Talk to your husband.
Blanche, at the hospital, they call him Saint George. I'm married to a saint, and I'm going to tell him to work less I'm lonely?
Don't you think St. Francis of Assisi's wife had a similar problem? Don't you think she said, Frank, enough donkeys?
All normal Golden Girls stuff. But then the episode commits the cardinal sin of backdoor pilots by pushing the leads out of the way to focus on some characters we've never seen before. We meet Renee's husband, George, played by sad-faced character actor Paul Dooley.
Okay, make an appointment for tomorrow. Come by the office. We'll talk about it.
And his brother Chuck, who conveniently explains his defining character trait.
Hi, Chuck.
George, I'm a multiple personality. How do you know which one of the 3 of me I am?
Well, because Mr. Fix-It and Boris use a key.
Yes, one of Chuck's personalities is the Golden Girls repairman, Mr. Fix-It. 80s sitcoms and their sensitive handling of mental illness. Renee then takes Dorothy's advice and gets serious with her husband.
George, we've got to have a talk.
Hey.
But they're interrupted by Rose and Sophia looking for Mr. Fix-It.
We're sorry to barge in like this. We were wondering if Mr. Fix-It was here.
Chuck is here.
Oh, darn.
Rose and Sophia leave, and we get more scenes where George completely ignores the fact that he's married to Rita freaking Moreno.
I love you.
Ugh, George, Rita Moreno's an EGOT-winning legend. She's friends with the Muppets. Renee gets a visit from her daughter, whose Blossom-inspired outfit would make even Joey say, "Whoa!" And the writers devise a convenient excuse to get the Golden Girls off-screen for the rest of the episode.
What are you seeing?
Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Oh, that's funny. I always figured Rose for more of a Hellraiser fan. But the pop-ins don't end there, because here comes David Leisure as the skeevy neighbor.
You want to know who I spent the night with?
No, Oliver.
The cabin crew of Lufthansa.
For a couple of empty nesters, George and Renee's house sure is full of wacky characters, while Rita Moreno does what she can with the thin comedy of George and Renee's marital woes.
You think we'll stay like this always?
I think eventually we'll have to go to the bathroom.
She doesn't have fond memories of her Golden Girls episode, which was plagued with production problems.
And what happened is that Susan Harris, the head writer, got frightfully ill during that 1 week we were putting the pilot together, and couldn't do rewrites, and it really, really, really needed rewrites badly.
But NBC was determined to make Empty Nest work and retooled the entire show. When Empty Nest debuted in the fall of 1988, Renee and George were out, and Dr. Harry Weston was in. Richard Mulligan's Dr. Weston traded quips with a sassy nurse played by Park Overall.
Haven't I told you to knock first?
Yeah. You got 25 phone calls to return. The waiting rooms, the backed up, we're out of toys, plus the Play-Doh's gone hard.
And at home, dealt with the antics of his adult daughters.
He wants to see me tonight for dinner. What did you say?
What, the man gave her the 5 worst years of her life. What do you think she said?
Yes.
She said yes. She said yes? What, are you crazy?
There's also Harry's awesome dog, Dreyfus, and his sleazy neighbor, played by David Leisure, the only survivor from the Backdoor pilot. Now named Charlie instead of Oliver, Leisure's Empty Nest character is a womanizing cruise ship director instead of a womanizing airline pilot. Big difference.
No. Oh, God.
The retooling paid off. Empty Nest became one of TV's top 10 most watched shows. It ran for 7 seasons and even had its own spin-off, Nurses, about the staff at Harry's hospital. Man, that Nurses theme song is a bop. Despite its rocky start, Empty Nest remains an important part of Golden Girls' history. NBC even devised gimmicks connecting all the Saturday night shows.
Saturday, a 2-hour television event comes to NBC when the Golden Girls, Empty Nest, and Nurses get hit by a
hurricane.
A windy 1-hour Golden Girls starts Hurricane Saturday at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Estelle Getty even joined the cast of Empty Nest after the Golden Palace ended. Seriously, the Golden Verse is deep. As for Rita Moreno's thoughts on the Backdoor pilot, it's possible that Susan Harris was taking a shot at Moreno with a joke in the first episode of Empty Nest.
My husband leaves me for a slut named Rita.
Well, you name a kid Rita, you got a damn good chance of getting a slut.
Now that's a sick burn worthy of Sophia.
I feel just the way I felt when I was a virgin.
You mean the feeling isn't going to last long?
As for Empty Nests, its standing as one of the worst Golden Girls episodes makes it a weird outlier for binge watchers. Renee and George are a footnote in Golden Girls history, along with chef/butler Coco and Quentin Tarantino as an Elvis impersonator.
It's a shame that we don't have the clip because I would love to show. Oh, wait, we do have it. Here's Quentin Tarantino as an Elvis impersonator on The Golden Girls. Check this out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Atomic Abe to see more videos on Backdoor pilots, like the Married with Children episode where Bud dated Carrie Russell.